just get tissue. Take his ass this one to get in. I hate it when he takes this long to get in. Really hate it when he does this. He leaves my ass hanging on the air. There he is. Hello, folks. Welcome to the MegaMets podcast. Tonight, it's Wrestle Kingdom 19. Consider this our one of our couple of early Christmas gifts to you, our audience.
Yes, indeed. Just as Oleg, I ordered my Christmas gift.
While it's not our first match, while it's not listed on this card, trust me, by the end of the 22nd, it will be the KOPW Rambo match. Last four standing, make it to New Year Dash on January 6th. Our suspected participants are at least 3 of the 5 in the house of the 6 in the House of Torture, namely Kanemaru, Takahashi, and Sho. Takamichinoku and Taichi, the latter of whom I think will be going into the match as the KOPW 2024 champion, since he will be challenging Okan to a best of 3 this Sunday in Kouraken. Or Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Haste of Team DK, Hirooki, Goto, Toru, Yano, and YOSHI-HASHI of Chaos, Boltin, Oleg, Jacob Austin Young of the United Empire, since he's pretty much the only one left at this point. Taguchi, Jado.
That's a lot.
And various other suspects. I don't know who else would be willing to be in this match, but my final 4 prediction is going to be Yano, Taichi, Ishimori, KENTA, Owens, and would also be in it. So that's another 3 from Bullet Club's main branch. Maybe Kid of the War Dogs, but he's got Kenny Omega Dynasty the next night, so I don't think he'll be in it. And I don't know who else, but my other 2 choices, I'm going to say Chase Owens and Sho.
That's a good choice.
Who are your 4 choices?
I don't know. I'm not sure. For the what is it for? For the IWG
No, it's a Rambo match. It's not on the card, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get put on there sooner or later.
Let me look look it up because
Not on.
I don't
It's
even
not on.
know. I know it's not on the card, but it's just not seeing it. I'm looking right now. It's not even on the Wikipedia. I don't know. I don't know.
There sooner or later.
Yeah. That's what really sucks about it. To be honest, I don't have an answer because I know very little.
Fair enough.
Now let's get to the nitty gritty. The match itself. Up first for the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championship, it's a fatal four-way match. You have the champions, Kushida and Kevin Knight. They will face off the challengers. Yeah, they will face off the challengers, Robbie Eagle and Kosei Fujita, were the SJTL 2024 winners. TJP and Francesco Akira and Clark Connors and Jewel Maloney.
The War Dogs.
The War Dogs, pretty much.
I mean, in all honesty, it's gotten a little redundant of bouncing the tag titles around between Catch 2-2, the Jet Setters, and the War Dogs, which is what the belts did throughout all of 2023 and 2024. From the moment Catch 2-2 dropped the titles at a Road to Dontaku show to Kevin Knight and Kushida last April, the belts went from them to the Jet Setters, then back to Catch 2-2 in June. Then the War Dogs held on to the belts for months throughout the rest of 2023 before dropping the titles back to Catch 2-2 at Wrestle Kingdom 8 this past year, then getting the belts back on the road to New Beginning, and then dropping the belts to the Jet Setters at King of Pro Wrestling.
Indeed.
So each team has held the belts at least twice over the course of this stretch.
What is this, playing hot potato?
Well, at least it's been a little more spaced out.
Yep. I'm just making my prediction before you do that. For me, I think the champs will retain.
I'm going to say TMDK. We need some fresh blood with those belts.
Yes, indeed. All right, it's your turn now.
Next up, IWGP Women's titles on the line. As the champion who's held the belt for well over a year, Mayu Iwatani defends against Azumi. I don't know what number defense this is for.
They never said. She's the third woman to hold it for more than 20 months.
Let me see. See what defense she's up to.
This is her fourth attempt. I'm looking through the data. This is her fourth attempt.
Actually, if you go by cage match, if you include Stardom shows, she's defended the title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. This will be her ninth.
God damn, her ninth attempt. This is going to be fun.
Seriously, 9 title. This will be her ninth go with the title. I mean, at this point, the sooner you get this belt off Mayu, the sooner we can shift focus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's held it for 606 fucking days. Dating back to last April when she won it off Mercedes Moné at a Stardom show in Yokohama. I say put it on Azumi. Enough is enough.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I say I agree. My pick is probably going to be AZM. Azumi.
Okay, you're up.
Yes. For the World TV Championship in a triple threat match, you have the champion, Ren Narita, and he will face off against Jeff Cobb and Ryohei Oiwa. And it's going to be a 15-minute match.
I mean, the question is, can Cobb keep his head on straight? Because last time he and Suji were so busy beating each other up that Narita slipped under the radar and stole the title from him in King of Pro Wrestling back in October. Narita now has the target on his back. And he will do anything to keep that title on him.
Of course. A 3-way match with only 15 minutes. It could go either way. But if I were to pick, I'd say, yeah, I'm picking Ryohei Oiwa.
I'm going to say Cobb gets it back.
Ooh, that's a very interesting prediction.
But would I be surprised if Narita slides out of there with the title in hand? To be honest,
if it ends up doing that, it's going to be a shit show.
But would I be surprised by it? No,
I would not be either.
Okay, stand back.
Oh, here we go.
Lumberjack Deathmatch. Hiroshi Tanahashi Final Road Special Singles. It's the Ace, the Sacho against Evil. If Evil wins, Tanahashi's road to retirement ends right here and right there and then. Though honestly, it's bullshit that the stipulation is swung so far in Evil's way. I've got an idea, Tanahashi. I've been begging you to do this for months now. I mean, since the end of the G1, when this whole feud started to escalate. How about this, Sacho Tanahashi-san? How about make a stipulation that favors you, where if you win the match, Evil and the fucking House of Torture disband? Because fan dissatisfaction has reached its boiling point.
I'm just going to pick Tanahashi and move on. Besides, Tanahashi's singles record against him is 4-3. Let's make it 5-3.
For the House of Torture to be sentenced to death. Everyone is fed up with this bullshit subgroup of Bullet Club, sub-branch of Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Kumamoto at the World Tag League Finals in a tag match, after the taunting and violent attacks finally broke Tanahashi, he snapped, getting himself disqualified, bludgeoning, chair shot after chair shot after chair shot after chair shot on all the members of the house, where his team got disqualified. Though at this point, you couldn't blame Tanahashi for doing this.
Yeah.
But under the condition that this match be a lumberjack match.
Yep.
I hope Tanahashi not only defeats Evil, I hope he fucking kills him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Straight up murder. You cut the head of the snake, take a flamethrower to the stump and cauterize it so it can never regrow again.
Yeah. So true. Okay, now we get to this part.
And he survives another year.
Yep, now it's my turn. For the never openweight championship, but here's the thing. Should Konosuke Takeshita remain AEW ICE International Champion by January 4th, it's going to be a title match. But in the meantime, for the never openweight championship, Shingo Takagi will go one-on-one against Konosuke Takeshita.
And both have a pit bull waiting in the wings at Wrestle Dynasty in the form of Tomohiro Ishii.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, if Takeshita is still AEW International Champion by January, it's going to be title for title, and the stakes are going to be raised.
So now, which is determined by who Takeshita faces off against and then retains against at World's End.
Yeah. By the way, are we going to do a reaction on World's End, or is it done already?
A prediction, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably do it the Friday after Christmas. 27th.
Fair enough, on the 27th. Then we can make our predictions to see if we're right or we're wrong.
Mm-hmm. As far as I'm concerned, this is the tough one for me to pick. On the one hand, Takagi is now the longest reigning never openweight champion ever. And you would want to see that reign continue. But on the other hand, Takeshita has been hell-bent on proving he's better than any of his NJPW counterparts. Whether it was he's been the head meal ticket of the Don Callis family alongside Kyle Fletcher in AEW, or from his longtime stint as the ace of DDT.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Shingo.
I'm also going to say Shingo, and if he ends up retaining, he will also be AEW International Champ, which is 2 for 1.
Yep. For the IWGP Juniors Heavyweight title, Doki goes into his 5th defense against his senpai, his former Suzuki Gun senpai, El Desperado.
Oh, this will be fun, especially since Desperado's singles record against Doki is 4 to 1.
With the one loss coming recently when Doki challenged him in July to become and beat him to become the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Looks like he's out for blood and wants a rematch.
Personally, I think Despy's not really bloodthirsty as he used to, but that said, Doki is shown to be quite the fighting champion. I mean, especially with the amount of shit he had to deal with not 1, not 2, but 3 Bullet Club challengers within a span of 8 weeks. He had to of 6 weeks. He had to get through Ishimori. He had to get through Kanemaru. He had to go through Sho before getting a non-Bullet Club opponent in Master Wato at Power Struggle in November. For Doki, this is a chance to cement himself as the new major pillar in the junior heavyweight division. For Despy, it's a chance to become a 4-time champion. No, 5-time champion. 5-time.
Yeah.
Does Despy's drive for 5 cross the finish line, or does Doki get victory number 5? I'm gonna say Doki.
An interesting
You're
choice.
probably going Desperado.
I'm going with Desperado.
Do it.
Time to get what he rightfully deserves.
Next
up, I'm doing it. Next up, for the IWGP Global Heavyweight title, you have the champion, David Finlay, and he's defending it for the 5th time in his 2nd reign against the challenger, Yota Tsuji.
For Finlay, this is more about vengeance from the G1. The fact that Tsuji beat him not once, but twice in the tournament is a pebble that is stuck in his shoe that just irritates him.
Yeah.
You know what they say? 3rd time's the charm. I'm going to give this to Finlay, especially when you consider that Tsuji's got a scapegoat to deal with at Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah, I'm giving it also to Finlay. Sorry, Tsuji, but I don't think you're going to pull this off. Now it's your turn.
Next up,
we're in
World
the
Tag
League now.
World Tag League 2024 winners Tetsuya Naito and Hirooki Takahashi go up against one another. Yeah, due to the injury suffered by Hanare, which led to the titles being stripped from him and Okan, instead of going into the match against the Young Bucks at Wrestle Dynasty to face off for a vacated IWGP Heavyweight Tag titles, instead, Naito and Hiromu decided to go up against each other. A match that was originally supposed to happen at the 47th anniversary in the Budokan back in 2020. But we all know that a certain cabal unleashed a virus that basically stymied and shut the world down for months on end.
Screw the cabal. Let's just continue on. I'll just make my vote because this one's a big one. A big deal. A match like 15 years in the making. And it's basically Takahashi, the master, facing off against the student.
Other way around, Naito's the master.
Naito's the master. Takahashi's the pupil. Master against pupil.
Senpai against Kyohai.
Yeah. I'm just going to say the student wins. Takahashi.
Well, especially when you consider that Naito had to skip the whole Road to tour for surgery on his eye. I'm going to give this actually to Naito. Hiromu may know everything he knows, but Naito may have taught him everything that Hiromu knows, but he didn't teach him everything that Naito knows.
Yeah.
So I'm giving this to Naito.
That's pretty fair. And now it comes to this, the main event for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Zack Sabre Jr., will face off against the challenger, Shota Umino.
This match has me in a conundrum. On the one hand, you want to see Shooter finally get over the hump. You want to see him get a W and fulfill his promises. But on the other hand, in my view, Umino's stuck in that 2013-2014 Naito situation. I.e., he's doing all the right things and saying all the right stuff, but it's getting him booed. It won't. If you ask me, if this trend repeats, I wouldn't be too surprised with Umino being shipped out to excursion in Mexico and joining a heel faction similar to the original Los Ingobernables, and then basically either one joining Los Ingobernables de Japón or forming his own faction.
So true.
I really don't know if you pull the trigger on giving Shooter the title now. Where do you sit on this?
This is a tough one. Both of these guys are extremely talented. And it could go either way. Zack Sabre made it far and earned it all on his own. But for Shota Umino, he wants to prove himself.
Again,
and it's also a chance to lead NJPW into the next year.
Again, is he ready? No.
I don't.
He's taking shortcuts.
Here's the problem. I don't know. I don't know if he's ready for this. I think we may need to bring out the
one coin of fate coming up.
Time to bring out the coin of fate and play the role of fate. You know the drill.
Heads, Umino. Tails, Zack.
Flip it.
It hasn't happened since Wrestle Kingdom 12 with a title retention by the champion. 15 doesn't count in my view because of how screwy that was. Well,
yes, it was.
14, well, technically, it hasn't happened since Wrestle Kingdom 14 Night 1, but the point still applies. For a single night Wrestle Kingdom event, it hasn't happened since 12, but in 2018. That said, the coin is landed on tails. Zack Sabre Jr.'s mighty, and the mighty do not fucking kneel. Zack's walking into the dome as champ. He's walking out as champion. And then he has to defend it against Ricochet at Wrestle Dynasty.
Uh-huh.
We'll probably do that at some point prior to Christmas Eve. Or whenever we get the full card. Probably just before the new year.
Yep.
And that's it for tonight's Wrestle Kingdom 19 predictions. Hope you enjoyed this little Christmas gift. Want to do final battle picks tomorrow night?
Can't wait for that. This is going to be fun.
Jose, you want to do final battle picks tomorrow night?
I guess why not? I need something better. I need something to do anyway. I'm in. I'll see you then.
See you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. We'll be looking at Ring of Honor's final battle from the Hammerstein. I doubt you got your ticket for the event, did you?
Can't wait for that. All things considered.
Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Hey. See you then, Max.
Later.